Jason had always thought marriage was a partnership founded on respect. Lately, however, everything with Olivia felt like navigating a minefield. She had started speaking to him with a sharp edge, dismissive, condescending, often making him feel insignificant over trivial matters. The worst part was her smirk during arguments, a subtle gesture that cut deeper than any harsh words could. "You're wasting my time," it seemed to say. At first, Jason tried to laugh it off, convincing himself she was joking. But the regularity of her words, paired with her calculating gaze, made it impossible to ignore. Olivia's friends didn't help matters. They were always around, whispering and laughing, encouraging her behavior. At dinner parties, they would nudge her, make jokes about Jason's supposed weakness, and chuckle when he tried to assert himself politely. Jason began to notice the pattern. Every time he tried to express an opinion or stand up for himself, Olivia would scoff, cross her arms, and smirk. Her friends would laugh in agreement. It was a cruel ritual, one he had grown painfully familiar with. One evening, after a trivial argument about how he had arranged the living room furniture, Olivia leaned back, smirked, and uttered the words Jason dreaded most. Her friend giggled in the background. Jason didn't yell. He didn't beg for acknowledgement. Instead, a quiet clarity settled over him. For years, he had bent to her will, hoping compliance would earn affection or recognition. But he realized giving her his time and energy had accomplished nothing. It had only reinforced the cycle. He took a deep breath and decided, in that moment, to stop offering what she treated as a weapon against him: his time, his patience, his energy. Her choice was to belittle him. His choice was to reclaim himself. The days that followed were different. Jason acted without announcing it. He stopped seeking her approval for every minor decision, quietly reclaiming evenings he had previously surrendered to her whims. When she expected him to plead or fidget for attention, he remained calm, centered, and engaged in his own life. Her smirk still appeared, but it no longer had power over him. Olivia's friends noticed immediately. They had expected the usual display of submission, but Jason now spoke freely, laughed naturally, and carried himself with quiet confidence, never directly confronting Olivia but asserting his presence in subtle, undeniable ways. During a small dinner at their home, Olivia attempted to reassert control by pointing out a minor mistake Jason had made with the table settings. She smirked, expecting a reaction. Jason simply smiled politely and said, "Noted." No guilt, no panic, no apologies. Silence followed. For the first time, Olivia's friends felt uneasy. The pattern they had relied upon had vanished. Later that night, Olivia pressed him again, her voice low but tense. "Jason, why are you acting like this? You can't just ignore me." Jason looked at her calmly, feeling the resolve he had nurtured over the past days solidify. "I'm not ignoring you," he said softly. "I'm done giving you what you've turned into a weapon. My time, my energy, my patience, they belong to me, not you." Her words caught in her throat. The illusion of her control, maintained through ridicule and manipulation, began to crumble. Each attempt to dominate only strengthened Jason's self-respect. The following weekend marked the turning point. Olivia invited friends over, hoping to stage her usual display of superiority. They expected Jason to falter as usual, but he moved through the evening with quiet assurance, engaging effortlessly, subtly guiding the flow of conversation. The laughter that once fed Olivia's sense of dominance died down, replaced by awkward glances and uncertainty. Olivia tried one final maneuver, smirking as she reminded him of some minor rule he had supposedly broken. Jason leaned back, calm and steady. "I followed the rules you laid out, but I decide how I live within them. Not you." The words were simple, but their impact was profound. Olivia finally felt the weight of her actions reflected back. The control she had once wielded through mockery was gone. Her friends, who had once laughed at Jason, now felt uncomfortable witnessing his quiet triumph. From that day forward, the dynamic had shifted permanently. Jason didn't need to argue, shout, or demand respect. He simply lived on his own terms, reclaiming his time, energy, and hobbies, and engaging with others without seeking her approval. Olivia's smirk appeared less often, replaced by frustration and reluctant acknowledgement that her attempts at control had failed. Her friends, too, grew silent or offered awkward support, realizing the balance had irrevocably tipped. Jason had learned an essential truth: respect cannot be commanded through ridicule or manipulation. Power maintained by fear or mockery is fleeting. True strength lies in patience, quiet defiance, and steadfast commitment to one's own dignity. As Olivia sat in stunned silence, Jason smiled inwardly. "You wanted to waste my time?
Fine.
I'm done giving it to you."